What'd you think?
Solid game by everybody for the most part. I didn't like our forwards a whole lot in the third period. I thought we kind of were running around and not playing very team-oriented at all. And you can't complain with just one goal against, but that was a preventable goal. The forwards didn't get involved in our D-zone coverage at all in that play. But overall, guys played well. We basically had 4 defensemen and then DeVoe back there helping out. And I thought that they played a really smart game. LeMay played his usual game, and the Chaput line was virtually the same form they were on Friday night. And I thought the kids played well. We crashed the net a little bit more on the first goal, which we needed to do to create more opportunities, and we had a better start.
Yeah, I think putting, to me, Brodeur out there with the 2 kids really was a solid line all for you all night. They were generating a lot of opportunities down low. Etienne really seemed to embrace that leadership role on that line.
Well, he did it last Sunday in Quebec City as well, and they might have been our best line in that game in Quebec City. So, Etienne works so hard, and Henley's a smart player, and if it's Beauvillier or if it's Plante, they've got skill, and if they work hard with the skill they have, they could be very good players.
Do you think they took the 2 rookies took after Brodeur after his hard work? Do they what I'm trying to say is, are they trying to see, monkey do?
Well, one of the things that we asked Etienne to do with the young players was to be that leader, and he's a really good kid who works really hard, and he made that line. I think he was certainly the glue for that line, no question.
Not that you want it to be this way, but your penalty kill generated more scoring chances than your power play did tonight.
Yeah,
even if you got 2
Yeah.
on the power play, you got 1 shorthanded, and this is a team that led the league in shorthanded goals each of the last 2 years. This team is kind of starting to get known for its PK prowess. And
well, I know when I got here last year, I could very easily see why they were leading the league in shorthanded goals. They could care less about killing penalties. They were more interested in the guy who was leading the league in shorthanded goals. I couldn't use him on the PK because he was too busy trying to score a goal and didn't really care if he got scored on. So the difference now is with our speed, it really intimidates the other team, and especially the defense, and it's very hard to play against a team that can skate as well as our forwards can skate.
fewer opportunities maybe tonight to score, but more capitalizing on those opportunities that you got.
Well, we tried to get the second, third, fourth effort around the net, and the first goal was an example of that. Last night we got lots of first chances, first efforts, but very few second, third efforts, and that was the difference tonight.
Adrian, solid again. Probably needed a little bit more help there on the one that he did let in, but this seems like a habit for him.
Well, Adrian LeMay prepares so well that he's going to have this sort of game virtually every night out, where he's going to make the saves that you need, make a couple of big saves like the breakaway save in the first period. That was a tremendous save, and he's such a good goaltender. I mean, this is a big year for him, and he's going to be a big part of all the success we have. And to this point in the season, 4 games in, he simply has been. Opening night, he was our best penalty killer, and that's all we did virtually all night was kill penalties. The second night, he had lots of scrambles around the net, didn't get a whole lot of support at certain times, and then the Friday and Saturday night here at home, he's just our best player.
It's been a long time since I've heard another coach say this, but they were the lesser of the discipline as far as their team was concerned. Usually we're talking after a game, or last year we were talking about after a game, Lewiston was the least disciplined team on the ice. This time wasn't the case, and it has been the case for most of the season. So
that's not what this group is about. They know that discipline is a cornerstone for success, and we had one situation Friday night where our player took a really dumb penalty, took a power play away from us, and actually he wouldn't have been playing tonight if we didn't have 2 guys hurt. And everybody knows that. They know the standards and what's acceptable with this team and what's not. Discipline's not an option. I mean, if you don't have discipline, you're going to self-destruct. We've seen that this weekend. We took advantage of the lack of discipline in my mind and used it to our advantage.
And that's what the other coach basically says: we can't keep giving these guys opportunities.
Yeah. And then we were doing that all last year, and we had to bench really good players last year simply because they were on discipline. You can't win. As much as that's a player putting himself above the team, and it's not going to happen around here. This is a real team bunch of guys. It's team first bunch of guys.
3-1. If you win 75% of your games the rest of the way, you're going to be in pretty good shape, right?
I think we'll take that. I think we'll take it. We're not thrilled with our start because I don't think we played nearly our best game yet, but we know we've got the foundation of something that can be good here. We have guys that work really hard and they like each other. There's great energy in our dressing room and on our bench, and again tonight, that we have energy in our building from our fans. It's a great combination.
Talk about the energy from the fans. The combined total of the two games is in the 4,700 range, far short of your 6,000 goal that you had set.
Yeah. Well, the difference this year on numbers, we're reporting the exact number of people that pay to get in the building. It's not going to be an inflated number at any time. So it may, to some, it may not seem to compare to last year's totals, but this year's, I don't know what exactly was done last year, but these will all be paid attendance, and there'll be no inflated numbers.